What does MrBeast, Squid Games, and Cody J have in common? Absolutely nothing, but today I'm gonna change that. Now, as you might have seen, MrBeast recreated the iconic Squid Games in real life, and I thought, wow, that's inspiring and creative, so why don't I try to do something similar but make it like a beauty version? So today, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I put together a few little tasks, challenges, games, whatever you wanna call them, and each one of those are gonna determine the products that I use for my makeup routine today, which of course I will be showing you that as well. So I think this is gonna be super fun. I feel like it's pretty creative, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, welcome to the first ever Cody J Squid Games Makeup Edition. Okay, so for this first little task of mine, I've set up these cute little red cups, and I have a chapstick here because it's the smallest thing that I could find that I could throw. And in each cup, there is a different foundation, and whichever cup the chapstick lands in is the foundation that I have to use. Let's get tossing. Let's go for the second to the furthest in the bag. Ooh, that was a fail. Take two. That one technically went in. It just fell over. So that one went in. So we're gonna do this one. So for foundation, we're gonna be using the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect. Okay, next up is concealer, and I'm gonna go for the third cup, and we're switching over to an ornament because it's easier, I feel, than chapstick. So let's go for the third. They're not gonna go in clearly because the cups are loose and just have paper in it, so if it hits it inside, that's what we're using. Anyway, so for concealer, we have the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Star Concealer. Okay, this toss is going to be for brows. And again, each cup has a different brow product in it, and I like mix them around so I don't know which one's which. But let's do like a nice little easy close one, because like, oh, that was so difficult. Okay, let's see what we have. So for brows, we have, ooh, a goodie, the ABH Brow Wiz. Okay, so now that we have 3 products chosen, let's meet back at my studio and get this makeup routine started. Okay, so this is gonna be super fun for me because I like to be in control of the products that I put on this gorgeous blank canvas. But today I didn't get to pick the products technically. So the first 3 products chosen by task number 1 are the ABH Brow Wiz for my brows, the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation, and the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Star Concealer. So of course, as I go to put this brow product on, you can see that I can't twist it anymore because it's essentially empty. So we might not have the best brows today, but we're gonna have brows nonetheless. And side note, as you can see, my brows look pretty filled in already. That's because I've actually been letting them grow in rather than buzz them down like I normally do. Fun. So I'm just gonna try and be careful and just line them exactly where they need to be lined, so I don't use a lot of product because I don't really have much left. So let me just connect the tail. Okay, that brow's looking gorgeous. Let me do the other one real quick. Okay. Looking flawless, time for foundation. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit of this onto the back of my hand. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation. It definitely is one of my holy grail foundations, so definitely recommend. Let's just start stamping this on. I definitely need a medium coverage moment, like at the very least, because this face is not looking too cute these days. Had lots of stress lately, lots of bad food, and it's definitely showing on my face. Now, if you guys do like this type of video where it's just a little bit more structured and planned, and a little bit more just lighthearted and fun, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any ideas on a future video, of course, always leave those in the comments and I will take those into consideration when I'm planning my content, of course. All right, foundation is on. Do you see how beautiful this looks on the skin? This is why I'm obsessed. It just gives you that beautiful, flawless, glowy, like natural skin finish. Like even in person, it looks so good on the skin. Like you could just throw on this foundation and just walk out the door. So let's move on to concealer now. We have the JSC Magic Star Concealer, and I'm just going to throw this on in all the typical places for me, which is underneath the eyes, and I like to angle it up because it lifts my face. A little bit in the center of my forehead, just a couple dots down the nose, and a little underneath the lower lip. Cover up that little bit of shadow I get sometimes. And let's start blending. One of my plans for 2022 with my YouTube channel is to participate in more of the trendy or trending topics or content ideas. I typically don't like to do that. I like to just do my own thing, but I do feel like there definitely is more of a sense of success that you can get when you kind of jump on trends sometimes, so I definitely will start doing that a little bit more, and I do think people enjoy watching that type of content more anyway. Okay, concealer's blended out flawlessly. Let's move on to the next task. Okay, it's time for a cup game. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have a bunch of products written on these pieces of paper as well as blank papers, and I'm gonna put them underneath cups, do a little switcheroo for certain sections of my makeup routine, and the one that I draw is what I'm gonna use. Now, if I draw a blank piece of paper for, let's say, setting powder, that means Cody J doesn't get to say his face. So hopefully I don't get any blank ones. The first cup selection is going to be for setting powder. Again, there are 5 different setting powders to choose from. See what we get. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, so we have, thankfully not a blank one. Okay, so we're gonna be using the LEJ Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. Next draw is gonna be for bronzer. Again, 5 different bronzers. Let's see what we get. Now for all selections, I put some of my favorites and some of my least favorites just to make it a little bit more fun. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, I thought there wasn't something in it. I was like, oh my gosh, fail already. So we have the Makeup Geek Sun-Kissed Bronzer, which is one of my favorites. Next, we're gonna be drawing for a highlighter or highlighter palette. I think all of these are highlighter palettes, except for maybe one. Okay, so let's do this one. Thankfully, it's also not blank. This is the Sigma Beauty Glow Kissed Highlighter Palette. I recently just started using this and I love it, so that's good for me. This last draw is going to be for setting spray, so let's do this one. This is the Morphe X Sour Patch Kids Setting Spray, which I love this and I could literally eat it. It smells so good. Okay, let's throw these products on. So that was an interesting little challenge. So now we're gonna move on to the rest of our base products. So for starters, it's setting spray, and we're using the LEJ Beauty Baked Translucent Setting Powder. So I like to use my little beauty sponge and just really stamp underneath. I am going to bake underneath my eyes just lightly, just because it definitely helps me personally with my creasing. And then I'll brush it away after like about a minute or so. For the rest of my face, I'll just stamp that setting powder in to set it in place. Okay, looking snatched. Time for some bronzer. We're using the Makeup Geek Sun-Kissed Bronzer. So for this, I'm just gonna start on my cheeks like always and stamp on the product, just because I like to build it up a little bit first before I start blending it out. Never take it past the outer corner of your eye, like the outer third, or else it drags down your face, and we don't want that. This is one of my absolute favorite bronzers, actually. It just lays nicely on the skin, it blends out like a dream, and I just feel like the color of it is perfect for my skin tone, especially because I don't contour and bronze, I just bronze in place of my contour. I can do it all in one, and I just love it. I just love it so much. And it doesn't disturb your foundation at all. Now let's get this 5 head, and if you see this beautiful new ring on my finger, that's because I just got engaged. So that's fun for me. Do a little nose contour moment, nothing crazy. Some people really go ham when it comes to their nose contour, and like, I'm jealous of them because it literally changes like their whole face. But to be quite honest, I don't have the time or the patience for that, so I don't. I just give it a nice little 1, 2, and then I take my beauty sponge and I blend out any harsh line, and that's about it for me. Okay, so the setting spray that was chosen was the Morphe X Sour Patch Kids setting spray. This is watermelon scented. It literally smells like the actual watermelon candy. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna give my face a nice little douse of that before we put on our highlighter. So for highlighter, we have the Sigma Glow Kissed palette. This is a beautiful highlighter palette. 6 shades to choose from, so definitely great for many, many skin tones. I'm gonna go in with Flare, which is right here at the top. I think that one will look good for today. Don't want anything too crazy or blinding today, but just enough to like catch the light a little, you know? And the other side. A little bit on the tip of the nose, nothing too crazy. And then I like to strategically just like tap a little bit right here at the top of the bridge of the nose. Don't take it all the way down because that's just not a good look for anyone. Okay, let me just give my face one last little spray just to kind of set it where I want it and let that dry, and then we'll move on to the next challenge. Okay, next I'm gonna do my own little red light, green light moment, and I have a little setup over here. Let me show you. Okay, so these are my little platform paper. So underneath each piece of paper is going to be different products for each of the next steps. So when the sound goes off, it's not really red light, green light, but when the sound goes off, whichever paper I'm on, I have to pick up what product is underneath it as far as what's written down on the paper, and that's what I will use. First up, eyeshadow base. Eyeshadow base is P. Louise. Next up, eyeshadow palette. Eyeshadow palette is JSC Pink Religion. Next we're going for eyeliner. Eyeliner is ColourPop Black Eyeliner. Time to find out which lashes we'll be using today. I did lash and mascara combos for this section. So we have Makeup Geek Graceful Lashes and we have Makeup Geek Extension Effect Mascara. Finally, we're gonna find out which lipstick we're throwing on. And lastly, for lipstick, we have Gerard Cosmetics Iced Mocha Liquid Lipstick. So that's all the products we need. Let's go throw on the rest of our look. Okay, so that was interesting, and we have a nice variety of products to use for the rest of this look. Starting off, we're going to prep our lids with our P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 01. Now, I have not used the P. Louise base in literally almost a year. I've been obsessed with my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas, but today I guess we're going back to my favorite OG. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to do one eye on camera, and I will do the other off camera. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the tip of my beauty sponge, if it even comes out. There we go. Now this, a little does go a long way, honestly. It's truly such a great product. So I'm just going to blend this all over my lid. Now this base is self-setting, so you don't need to set it with a translucent powder or anything. The eyeshadows that we use will set the base itself. So the eyeshadow palette that was chosen was the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Pink Religion eyeshadow palette. And as you can see, this baby is brand new. I have not even touched it yet, so definitely excited to dip into this today. So we're gonna start off with Beauty Killer, which is this beautiful pink right here. I'm just gonna start this on my outer corner. And then we'll take it all the way through our crease, all the way down towards the inner corner, blending and buffing as we go. These shadows are literally depositing and blending like a dream, like literally no work involved at all. Super soft, super pigmented, super blendable. No surprise. Okay, next I'm going to take a fluffier brush and we're going to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, let's brighten it up a little bit with some Lollipop Luxury here at the top. So anywhere you have that darker pink, we're just going to go around the edges and kind of blend it out a little bit with this lighter pink. Nothing too crazy, but we don't want any harsh lines, of course. Now that is one gorgeous pink blend if I do say so myself, but we're not done, of course. Let's move on to the lid. So I think for a little bit of contrast, we're going to dip into Princess Crown, which is a bright white here at the top. I think this will look pretty, just because I feel like if we used a pink shimmer, it would just be too monochromatic, and I don't want that for today. So let's just stamp this on, and this does have some pink in it, which is great, obviously, and when it mixes with the pink, it's going to make more pink. Now there's a bit of fallout with this shadow, so I would recommend using a glitter glue on your lid, just to prevent that a little bit, but if not, no biggie. Okay, so that's super pretty, but there's still one more thing we need to do, and that's to deepen the outer corner. So I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush, and now we're gonna dip into Handbag Queen, which is the darkest purple down here at the bottom, almost like a cranberry, and this is gonna be used to create some depth. So right here on the outer corner, we're just gonna kind of stamp it on, blend it out into the first color that we used, and kind of take it towards the crease just slightly. And don't be afraid to put it onto the lid a little bit. That's completely okay. Just kind of shimmy it back and forth. See how that just completely changes it? Just that tiny little bit of extra color. And then just go back onto the lid with that shimmer and just pack it on a little bit more. And then you're ready to move on to your lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to stick with Handbag Queen, the dark cranberry, just because I think it's gorgeous. Now I'm going to wipe off any excess product from this brush and just go back and forth to smoke it out a little bit. Okay, that is absolutely stunning. Stunning. God, that blend though is everything. Literally no harsh lines. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So for liner, we're using the ColourPop Black Cream Gel Liner. I'm going to run this on my lower waterline. For mascara, we have the Makeup Geek Extension Effect Mascara. Love it. Just give these bad boys a nice little coating. Such a beautiful mascara. So for lashes, we're going to use our Kiss Lash Adhesive. And for lashes, we're going to be using the amazing Graceful Lashes from Makeup Geek. Just draw a line across your lash line, as close as possible. Now let it get tacky for about 30 seconds. Alrighty, so let's take our conveniently pink tweezers, toss these beauties on. Does anyone put their lashes on without their mouth hanging open? Because I could never. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So vibrant, so beautiful. So real quick, let me do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, both eyes are complete and I must say this is a pretty dang beautiful pink moment. I'm very impressed with this palette, but that's besides the point. So now we only have one product left and that is for our lips, and that is our liquid lipstick. So the product selected was the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Iced Mocha. Let's grab a mirror and toss this bad boy on. What a beautiful color. Alrighty, and with that, the look is all complete. This is the final look. I think this is absolutely exceptional. Maybe I pat myself on the back. This video was super fun, and again, thank you MrBeast for pretty much creating this entire concept for me, because you recreated this in real life and it inspired me to make my own little makeup version of this. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. Again, let me know in the comments below your thoughts, of course, and if you have any future ideas for me to create. But But that is all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Click that big red subscribe button so you can join my YouTube family. Turn on my video post notifications by clicking that bell icon and switching it to all. And I thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have the day you deserve.